Hello and welcome to the European Circle report. Last Thursday, the UN National Assembly witnessed the making of history as Herman Van Rompuy became the first ever EU president to take to its floor. It was a significant step forward for the EU as it has long struggled to make itself heard on the international stage. Now, however, it has been granted observer status in the General Assembly of the United Nations, meaning European Union representatives may readily participate in UN-related debates, proposals and amendments. Despite this, the EU still has no right to vote on crucial decision-making within the Assembly, nor may it propose candidates for UN positions. It was for reasons of bureaucracy, therefore, that Van Rompuy was only able to make a short address rather than a lengthy speech, as he is not the president of a sovereign government, but rather the figurehead of a continent-wide coalition. Nevertheless, even the granting of observer status and the appearance of the European Union's head of state before the UN Assembly signifies a major step in the path towards a common European foreign policy. Van Rompuy, speaking amidst the hazy controversy over the question of Palestinian statehood and UN membership, was very much restrained on the matter. This is likely due to the lack of a common position regarding this topic within the EU. In his speech before the United Nations, Van Rompuy also discussed the developments in the Arab world and reiterated the EU's support for the Arab Spring. He told the Council that the EU welcomed the achievements of Tunisia, Libya, Egypt and other countries in successfully organising democratic elections in which citizens were allowed to vote freely, and many for the first time in their lives. He insisted that in order to create jobs and enjoy social justice and freedom, the democratic process must first overcome obstacles such as corruption. The EU will assist by offering advice to entrepreneurs and officials, he said, claiming it will help train judges and policemen and also support journalists and civil society groups. In addition, his statement carried a damning condemnation of the civil war in Syria. He remarked that it was the responsibility of the international community to come together in order to end the violence in the country. As his speech came to a close, he mentioned the economy and called for a coordinated effort to the global economic recovery. Last Wednesday, the European Commission proposed a new strategy outlining how Europe's cultural and creative industries may not only sustain, but rather increase their growth potentials. It hopes that with the implementation of the strategy in the near future, more opportunities for jobs within the creative industries will be made available. Companies and institutions involved in areas as wide-ranging as architecture, film, festivals and libraries, but also arts, crafts, design and radio, are those that constitute the cultural and creative industries. So far, these fields generate approximately 4.5% of GDP in the EU, and the sectors employ, in total, almost 8.5 million people. More recently, however, the sector is facing great obstacles from both digitization and globalization, and also from increased artistic and linguistic analysis of the markets. The new Commission strategy is based on increasing the competitiveness and export potential of the sector. The Commission has therefore asked the Member States to focus on 5 key points. It insists on concentrating on areas of skills development, audience development, access to international market, and also the development of links with other sectors. Furthermore, it believes the creative sector should be allowed more access to capital and that new business models should be supported. The Commission also intends to strengthen cooperation between different policy areas and to provide more funds from its budget framework for the period between 2014 to 2020. At the launch of the strategy project on Wednesday, the European Commissioner for Education, Culture, Multilingualism and Youth, Andrula Vassiliou, emphasized that the cultural and creative industries in Europe are essential, not only for its broadening of cultural diversity, but moreover for its considerable contribution to social and economic development within the cultural landscapes of the Union's member states. According to Vassiliou, strategic investments at both local and regional levels quite often produce spectacular results. That was the European Circle report for this week. Until next time, goodbye.